say the least. I thought it was a big-time college basketball game. Some very talented and gifted youngsters out there really playing exceptionally hard. I thought at 2 or 3 occasions during the game, both of our teams were almost spent physically. It's such a crazy game. I mean, it's a one-point game. We have a chance to win, and we miss a dunk in the second half and miss a dunk at the buzzer at the end of the first half. It'd been nice if one of those had gone in, but they missed some plays just as well as we did. But I was really proud of my team. We were down 4 or 5, and Harrison made a big 3 on out-of-bounds play, and Reggie made a big 3 in the corner, and John made 2 big free throws. Got us right back and had a chance to win the game. And at the end, you just have to congratulate. I think it was Davis that blocked the shot. It's a big-time play on their part. They had the ball with 48 seconds to play, so that we knew they were going to take a shot. Hope to defend it and hope to have one chance. As down 1 as it was, and instead we fouled, and it was the right call. We did foul, and we missed the free throw, though we still gave us a chance at the end. But for us in the second half, it was the story of Lamb and Miller and Gilchrist. I think they were really a focus for them in the second half. And all 3 of those kids, I felt like really hurt us. So Darius inside did make 1 3, I think, but Gilchrist taking the ball to the basket and rebounding it, and then Lamb made 2 big shots back to back. They're a very good basketball team. We think we're pretty doggone good as well, but we didn't play nearly this well last Saturday night. Brigham Young had a lot, UNLV had a lot to do with it. But I cannot fault my team's effort tonight. We had a silly turnover on an inbounds play down at the end, which you cannot have in big-time games, because you should always come back and get those plays out. But for us, again, those guys that made big plays down the stretch, I was really pleased with them. But we've got to play better. Early in the second half, first 3 or 4 possessions, we didn't get what we wanted and gave them layups. At one point, I guess, as the 12-minute timeout, I told them, I said, who's done the scoring for them? And it was Teague and Gilchrist, and the guys taking the ball to the basket. So our defense had to get stronger. And, they looked at the stat sheet, and it doesn't look like that. They shot 56% in the second half, so they were a little more patient with it than we were. And that's the reason they were able to come from behind and get the lead. But yet, we had a chance to win it at the end, but didn't get it done.
Questions? Andrew?
Coach, after the way they played in Vegas, especially the UNLV game, with the 2 big games they had this week, are you close to satisfied with the effort and the message that maybe they need to receive?
I'm satisfied with their effort. I'm not satisfied with our play. I think we played very, very hard against Wisconsin. It's really a difficult team to play, making you play defense for such a long time as that. And it's a low possession game, so that affects you offensively as well. I'm pleased with our effort today. I thought our kids tried. I thought they wanted it badly. I mean, they're hurting in the locker room right now because they wanted this game back. But we do have to play a heck of a lot better, and just simple little things. We talk about retreating in the direction of the pass, and we didn't do it on Lamb's second 3, and he made it. A few minutes later, he came back around, and Kendall was a defensive player. He retreated over there. That's what we work on every single day, so we got to be more consistent with it. But they dominated us a little bit more in the paint area than I thought they would. I thought it would be a game that would go down, or I was hoping, I guess I should say, that the game would go down to the last minute. But I did think that they really hurt us in the lane area.
Coach on the aisle.
What does it look like to you Kentucky is trying to do offensively, just from your perspective? What does it look like they're doing?
Well, they have ability and the ability to score at every position. So, John's a better answer for this than I am for sure. But I think they're trying to get the ball and give one of their good players an advantage, and then say be a basketball player. The lateral screen underneath is tough to handle. The flat screen out front, I thought we did a nice job of that. Davis, just big time block shot at the end, but we were pretty good defensively. I mean, they made some big time shots, and it's hard for a coach to say we were pretty good defensively when they shot 56% in the second half. But they're willing to run some clock also. It's not just throw up the first bad shot. So for me, I'd like it a lot better, John, but let them take bad shots. But I don't think they did that today. So I think what he's doing offensively is what they work on every day. But if they take some bad shots, it usually helps us. And I didn't see any of those bad shots out there.
Roy, would you like this series to continue, and do you think it will continue?
You know, it's, I've been asked this question, I guess Cal's been asking about 1,000 times more than I have. You know, I love these kinds of series, but everybody has to understand the landscape of college basketball is changing so much. And we're sitting here at 16 conference games, and you know, maybe even next year we might be at 19. Who knows, or the following year we're going to be at 19. But I love games like this, but you know what? North Carolina and Kentucky didn't play for about 8 or 9 or 10 years. I wasn't in North Carolina at that time, but you know, both schools survived. But am I interested in continuing to play Kentucky? Yes. Am I interested in making a concrete statement up here? John and I should have an opportunity to talk about that, see what else we have on the schedule, and I think that's what John's been alluding to this week. And I think he's got more questions about it than I have. And you know, the good thing about it is, regardless of what the Kentucky fans say, who they'd like to get rid of, you know, we have a say in this thing too. You know, it's a two-way street kind of thing.
Jerry on the left.
Roy, forgive me if you've already addressed this, but on the last...
Jerry, I've been forgiving you for 25 years. So just like everybody else in here. Now that I've got you on the defensive, go ahead.
What were you looking for on the last play? It looked like you were going to Tyler, and what happened that he didn't get it?
Well, we ran a screen at the top of the key, and then we tried to post Tyler up, and then we had a screen coming for a jump shot behind that. So we had, in fact, we had also Kendall's penetration. So we had 3 options. We threw it into Z, and it looked like a good decision. You know, you'll look at the tape and see if it was as good as I thought it was. And then I think Kentucky, excuse me, I think Kentucky got a hand on the ball and it deflected up. And luckily for us, it went to John. I've always said, you know, if the score's tied or it's one more game, you're probably better off taking it to the basket. But you know, not many people would block a jump shot from John Henson. You know, and he's 10 or 12 feet, and you know, before the game, you'd say, okay, you're going to have one of your guys have a 10 or 12 footer. If it goes in at the end, you can win the game. Most people that come in here in the rough arena would probably take that. You know, and they won 38 in a row because I don't know that Kentucky Wildcat fans believe in leprechauns, but somebody got down there and Mr. Davis to jump up and make a big time play.
Anything you do at halftime, Terrence Jones coach, he had a completely different second half than he did first half.
Again, you know, it's crazy because I really think we were better defensively in the second half, and they shot 56%. You know, but Terrence was an emphasis for them in the first half, and I think the other guys started doing some better things. The ones of you that heard me all the time, it's difficult to play defense on a team that's got 5 guys who can score. And our better teams, that's what we've had too. And we want to try to take away the left-hand drive, and I think we did a better job of that. But Terrence still made a couple of big-time plays for him too. But again, Gilchrist and Lamb and Darius are the ones that really hurt us, I think, much more so in the second half. What's your poison?
Harold on the left.
Coach, after John got his shot blocked at the end, it seemed like they were still maybe 4 seconds left. Are you surprised? I know nobody fouled. Were they stunned? What happened, do you think?
You know, I don't know. It's a crazy thing. They're 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. I knew we would foul. I was screaming foul, and I knew they would too, but we didn't. And you know, the bottom line is I've got to do a better job of coaching them because you need to have some play like that, but you need to be able to make a foul. I wanted to take the shot probably with about 5 or 6 seconds to play, so we'd have a chance to get a second shot opportunity as well. I don't know what happened to John. It's almost like he fell after he shot it. I remember seeing him stumbling around too.
Mike DeCourcy back right.
Roy, I know you said there were some technical things, but did the effort that you guys used defensively give you, especially compared to last Saturday, give you some confidence that this can be an exceptional defensive team?
Well, I think we can really be good defensively. I mean, you know, you guys' jobs are to pick things out, and everybody talks about our perimeter defense and the whole bit. We've been pretty doggone good. I mean, teams are shooting from 3-point line tonight. I would take 4 out of 17. You know, but Michael, you're exactly right. But it's not just today, because Wednesday night against Wisconsin was really hard defensively. You know, and I think we did some good things there. But I like my team's effort. I'm not disappointed that I'm disappointed in the outcome. But it's a long season, you know, and I guarantee you 25,000 people out there, they don't remember that we beat Kentucky last year at our place. They remember Kentucky beat our rear ends in the Elite Eight game. It's a long season, and we have a lot of basketball to play and a lot of opportunities to get better. And I do believe, the bottom line to your question, Michael, is I do believe it will be a very good defensive team, but Kentucky was pretty good offensive in the second half as well.
Take two more, Jerry.
Roy, you said you really love these kind of games. What is it about them that you really like?
You know, I don't have to talk too much about let's get fired up. I don't have to talk too much about many motivational things. I mean, you're getting ready to play Kentucky. We didn't have to get our team fired up against Wisconsin that night. At the same time, you've got to have a little balance in your schedule to give them some confidence in some games as well. Everybody can't play Augusta National every day and think you're going to get really confident as a golfer. Sometimes you've got to play Williams Public Golf Course or something. But for us, I just love these kind of atmospheres. I love going on the road. Kansas and at North Carolina, we've been pretty doggone successful on the road. We won here 2 years in a row. We won some other tough places, but so far we haven't gotten it done this year.
Anybody else? Okay, our locker room's open.